everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of Thomas & Friends DVD Reviews. In this video, we're going to be talking about Up, Up, and Away, unfortunately. Yep, you heard me. Up, Up, and Away, which I'll explain more of Up, Up, and Away when I do my review and thoughts. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Up, Up, and Away. So, Up, Up, and Away was originally released back in March 6 of 2012 by Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate, and this title was also released over in Canada as well. And then in 2014, it was re-released by Universal Studios. And then in 2017, it was re-released by Universal once again. And then back in 2016, there was a Walmart exclusive double pack with Start Your Engines. And now we got the history part done. Let's jump into my copies of Up, Up, and Away. Alright, we will now jump into my copies of Up, Up, and Away. So, here is the 2012 original copy, distributed by Lionsgate. So, here we have Thomas and Percy, and there are lots and lots of balloons. Thomas and Friends, Up, Up, and Away. High-Flying Adventures with Thomas. Spine, Hit Entertainment, and scrolling to this part, Up, Up, and Away, you have a balloon behind it. And here's Thomas, character profile of Thomas, the same promo shot of Thomas, just like with the front post art. Lionsgate. The back, Thomas and Friends, the sky's the limit for fun and adventure. Blurb, if you want to pause and read that. Bonus features, and here you have Thomas, Mr. Bubbles, and some children, some balloons. Thomas and Friends, the link to the Thomas website, excuse me. Runtime approximately 49 minutes. Here's your languages and all that company information at the bottom. Here's the disc, squished out version of the front post art. And we get a little advertisement for Thomas Toys. Here we have Thomas's County Show Delivery. Biff Bash Bosh. These are from the original Thomas Wooden Railway. Here we have some Thomas books from Random House. I used to have Thomas's Sticker Express. Yeah. And Thomas Take and Play, Pull and Zoom. I remember those. I never actually owned a Pull and Zoom, but yeah. Here we have the Soder Steamworks Repair Shed and Thomas at the Fair. And the back, Up, and Away Percy, and Runaway Boulder from Trackmaster 1. And Engine Activities. I used to have the app, and I remember loving this app, because there's like so many activities, even though you have to purchase some like DLC and stuff like that, which I wish they were all free in the Engines Activity app game. But it is what it is. Last but not least, here we have the 2017 Universal reprint, and as you can see, it has like completely different artwork, and I'm surprised they used the promo shot of Thomas from Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. Yeah, which is pretty interesting how Hit Entertainment slapped this on there. Anyways, Thomas and Friends still have the Up, Up, and Away title card, spine, Universal logo. Let me see if my phone can pick up that. There we go. And here we have the same promo shot of Thomas, just like with the front post art. Thomas Friends, Up, Up, and Away. DVD logo at the bottom. The back is basically the same. Rated G in Canada. And of course, all the United States and Canadian Thomas DVDs are Region 1. And here's disc, just plain, boring artwork. Yep. And now, let's jump into the menu tour for Up, Up, and Away. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for Up, Up, and Away. So here we have play, episode selection, language selection, and special features. Same options, just like with every other Thomas DVD, such as Splish Splash Splosh, Curious Cargo, stuff like that. Anyways, episode selection, we're going to go to that. So, our episodes are Up, Up, and Away, Wonky Whistle, Kevin the Seamy, and Emily and Dash. Next, language selection, we've got English, Spanish, and French, the usual. And for our bonus material, Catch the Balloon game and Guess Who puzzles and trailers. And yeah, that's it for the menu tour for Up, Up, and Away. Now let's jump into my review and thoughts on Up, Up, and Away. So overall, do I recommend Up, Up, and Away? Well, now we got to this part. This is filled with season 15 episodes, and as I mentioned in the past, season 15 is obviously the worst Thomas season ever. Like, I remember, I remember watching through the entire video of Up, Up, and Away, and I didn't like any of the episodes. Like, the episodes were just boring. They were just so don't know how to describe, but it's awful. Yeah, pretty awful. Like, and of course, and obviously the CGI Miller era is obviously the worst era of Thomas and Friends. Like, to be honest, I'd rather watch the Bwaba era than to watch the Miller era. Or better yet, I'd rather watch the Bwaba era and the All Engines Go era than watch the CGI Miller era. Like, every episode from the CGI Miller era is the same. Like, if you've seen episodes from the CGI Miller era, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Hit Entertainment and Mattel, they need to stop making bad Thomas eras. Like, now, let me take a look at the other eras. Like, you got the classic era, obviously the era that cannot be beaten. Then you've got the hit era, which of course, that's not, the hit era, in my opinion, it's not terrible. I have some respect for the hit era. Yeah. I mean, sure, the hit era is not bad, but not the best. It's just good in my opinion, you know. I mean, if any of y'all disagree, then that's totally fine. And of course, the CGI Miller era, need I say more? Now, the CGI Brenner era, that's obviously, I'm happy to say it's way better than the Miller era, the CGI Miller era, for sure. And then the Bwaba era, I mean, of course, not sure what they were doing there, or don't remember what they were doing there, but not as good. The Bwaba era is obviously not as good as the Brenner era, obviously. And then you have the All Engines Go era, which is basically a reboot of Thomas, which, I mean, of course, for me, it's fine. It's all right. I mean, I don't want to say it's terrible, but it's just fine, you know. Anyways, back to Up, Up, and Away. So, do I recommend Up, Up, and Away? The answer to that is no. I do not recommend Up, Up, and Away. It is terrible. Please, I think it's best for all of you Thomas home media collectors to skip out on this one. Anyway, that wraps up this video, and the next episode will be on Engine Friends, so please stay tuned. See y'all next time. Bye.